here to do your weekly collective tarot reading. Just a quick reminder before we get started that this is not sign specific or date specific. So whenever you get this message, this could resonate with you. It is collective. So if it's not your message, that's all right. But if it is, please let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. It helps with the engagement of the channel and future growth. So that would be really cool. But otherwise, no big deal there. Let's get into it. This is the first time on this channel I'm using my vice versa deck, so each card is actually double-sided instead of reading reversals. So we'll get into that and then clarify with some oracle this week. All right, let's get into it. Collective messages, that was quick. 3 of Wands reversed. See how their back is to the card, right? 3 of Wands usually is waiting for your ships to come in, building a solid foundation, heading in the right, you're like headed out on the path. I'm sorry, not waiting for the ships to come in, but in that like heading down the new path because it's time to start the new journey. The 3 of Swords, or the 3 of Wands also is a step towards the 4, which is the like essentially a 4-post on a structure. So super foundation, like you've turned away from something recently that no longer serves you. I mean, look on the right side up, just so you guys, the front side with this deck, see how he's facing you. And in the background, there's this lush nature. Everything behind him was flourishing and green. And now here, but what you see in front of him from his back, if he's not looking at you, there's this desert ahead. Nothing but desert ahead. And it's almost like trying, it looked like it was going to be a great place for a foundation. You even started putting some posts in. You got 3 down. There was this greenery. There was this potential for growth and life and thriving. But it's like, I just heard it, but you missed a blind spot, or like you didn't see this coming. The expectation of this sterile land, really. Woo, one card. Okay. Guess I needed to use this deck for the first time today, on this channel. Again, this is the vice versa, so it is 2-sided. So that's always kind of interesting if you're trying to learn tarot. Sometimes jogging your memory from what's on the, looking at what's on the other side can help. Now, this is also technically the reversal of this card. So this is the 8 of Wands. This is another Wands, which is fire. Fire can be very action-oriented. So that hence the building and the gardening and the thriving and all of that symbology, even though it's fire and not earth energy. But with the 8 of Wands flipped back, it's things coming in like almost like too fast, like lightning strikes. Usually the 8 of Wands upright, it's like good things coming in speedily. It's almost like a swift, it can sometimes be sexual energy. It can, because it is physical, and fire, or just a lot of good things coming in all at once. But when you flip that and you get this image of like this thunderstorm, it's just like, I feel like it's just like it's almost like arrows flying at you or lightning coming at you. It's just a lot of things happening all at once. Like everything's happening too fast. Interesting. So, okay. So we are spending a lot of time in the reversal energy, and this card literally can land in any direction when they do because they are 2-sided. But we have, interesting. We have the King of, this is the King. Look at the color of his hair. His hair is white. This is the King of Swords reversed. I'm going to show these to you first. 10 of Cups reversed. And the 9 of Swords reversed. Hooey. So swords are air energy. Sword is communication. You have 2 things of communication coming in. The King of Swords reversed is, think of the kind of person who it's instead of cutting deep, like the death of 1,000 little tiny cuts or something, or say like little nitpicky things that they could say that just eat at you over and over again. This king, I'm very much is like if you're not in his light or in his good graces, and I'm not saying this isn't you, I'm just using this masculine energy to represent this card. But if things aren't okay, it's like a shutdown. It's like no communication. It's like, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you. It's also interesting to me too that he can see the lightning, and there's lightning in this card. Like, you're looking at all this shit coming in and you're like, I have to deal with this storm, all this shit coming my way. I'm sorry for the language. I just realized I'm swearing a lot on YouTube, but that's okay. And then the 10 of Cups reversed. Now the 10 of Cups upright is emotional fulfillment. This rainbow, passionate love. Cups are emotions, so it's like abundance and fulfilling. And in reverse, it's almost like waiting for these cups to be filled. These cups are empty. They're empty. This couple's not on the shore. There's some lotus symbolism for a new, lotus is rebirth, I believe, So that might be something new coming in, but it's like you have to leave this on its shore and essentially, like, I'm almost getting like, go somewhere else. Like, it's time to go. It's like we were hoping for a situation to be like this, right? Because you've got this, you wanted like this passionate, sexy thing. You wanted this fulfilling thing. You wanted it to be this beautiful, growing opportunity that you can lay a foundation in. And instead, you've got a storm, communication problems, emotional unfulfillment, and insomnia. The 9 of Swords, for me, I mean, even upright, look at him. He's like instead of counting sheep, he's counting swords, right? Can't sleep, insomnia, mental. It's like that mental rumination over and over and over and over and over and over in your head. And the reversal side of it is actually probably a more positive aspect to the 9 of Swords. Like, I'm kind of getting, like the sun is starting to come up and a new day is coming. Like, yes, this situation has been so stressful and so overwhelming and hard and not what you wanted it to be. Challenging, maybe not overwhelming. I'm not getting like emotionally overwhelming, but just this was not what it was supposed to be. And it has kept you up at night. It has been hard. It has been communication challenges. It has been emotional problems. But it's almost like, here comes the sun. I can see a new day coming. I'm exhausted from what I've gone through. I haven't gotten rest. But the reason why is, essentially like this, figuring out how to start over, how to get that new beginning. You're like doing the math. It almost feels like the 9 of Swords, like the Julia Roberts meme where she's all with the chalkboard or whatever, the math problems going on. Yeah. 7 of Swords, more air communication. This is sneaking. This is somebody trying to not. Okay. This is actually, the 7 of Swords can be like the sneaky little fox sneaking away, and the 9 of Swords. And I went to go say that, and it's like, no, he left 2 swords behind. And with this 9, leaving 2 swords behind, I know this is a 7, so that would be 5, but I'm getting like we went from the 7 to the 9. You've got 2 swords here that get left behind. You do not need to say all that you want to say for this situation to resolve. It's almost like, say the things that you need to say to leave. You do not need to say it all. Or it's almost like, don't throw stones in glass houses. It's like, even with this King of Swords energy, they even, swords in general, they'll say, you want to do, like Kim Cran's deck will even talk about it if it comes up, but the sword, it's like a one clean, swift cut, not hacking away. It's really graphic, but in like old times when people would lose their heads, you want this super sharp, blade that is just going to sever instead of that somebody going through a gruesome, long, painful, or you having to swing again. It's like, just make one smooth cut. Put those in the ground. This is where I stand. You do not need to put the rest of it out there. It doesn't matter. It won't change anything. It will not change anything. It will not make you feel better. It won't make you feel better to say all of this. Just say what needs to be said. Whew. Okay. You know, it's almost like there being too much truth versus not enough truth. And this card, it's very much like, there's 3 air cards, 2 fire cards, and 1 water card. There's no earth here. There's no stability in this. There's no earth on the table. There is no stability in this. And on the bottom of the deck, because now I'm going to go into my oracle cards, is the Fool. The Fool in reverse, no less. Because that's where this energy is. It's like leaving it in, you know, almost like stealing away in the night. It's like it's time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's time to go. Day or night, month or year. Look at the shooting star. It's time. Anyway. Okay. Oh, you guys probably saw that. A whole bunch fell out, but this one did first. So I'm going to take it. Jeez. So I'm going to take it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. There's that earth energy. When the tough cycle ends, that's when the stability comes. When this cycle ends, your stability is coming. Your stability is coming. Whether that be internal, personal, as a single person. This feels like a relationship with the 10 of Cups, specifically being the 10 of Cups. But it could be a work relationship or a friendship or a family member. It feels that way. And the 8 of Wands, because it can be. Anyway, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and then, okay, too many. I just want one more, and then I am going to use my Kim Kranz deck just because that sword card is sticking out to me. I don't think it'll come out. That's, again, too many. That's the deal. I'm going to shuffle one more time. I just want one more card. Okay, is that one? Oh, okay. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. 2 earth energies when none showed up in the tarot cards. Both earth energy. Also full moon, new moon. It's like within 30 days. Turn around. Your life's going to turn. If you can do this, it's going to turn around, is what I just keep saying. And I'm hearing, turn around. Even though that song is about, but it's like, prosperity lies, it's coming. This situation has held you back from that. 150%. 100,000%. This situation is costing you stability. And do you want it? If you do, you heard me, I'm sorry. All right, let's wrap up with an oracle card from the Kim Kranz. I did this in my Moonology deck, was what I used earlier, and now one final card. The Vision, interesting. So, again, what you thought you were getting into and what you got are 2 different things. But what you thought you were getting into, hold on to that vision. It's like write out if you need to, if you're not entirely sure, or just to remind yourself and look back on. Sometimes reading back over journal entries or things like that, like guided journals about what you want, can be so eye-opening to future you when you forget. We're human. We're supposed to forget some things, especially bad things. But you have to read it and remind yourself, oh my God, See the patterns, see the cycles, and hold on to the vision of what it is you actually want. Actually want. Not what you're settling for, not the imaginary fantasy of what this could be if X, Y, and Z were to change. It's not. It's not. It's not what you thought it was. Hold on to your vision of your life and chase what is for you, not what is effing hard and completely not what you signed up for. I hope this resonates. I hope this is not too blunt for you. Please let me know in the comments down below, because hooey, this feels zesty. And now I'm turning red. So I'm going to go. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you again soon.